How you doing? If you don't normally watch these videos all the way through, this is one of those ones that you might want to watch all the way through. But anyway, this photograph right here, I came across the other day. This is back from, I took this in August of 2000. I was getting ready to start flight training at this airport, and it's a small FBO, and it's got a really short runway, so I was just out wandering around having a look at it because I'd heard there was an airplane crash about 2 weeks before I was getting ready to start flight training. And sure enough, that black spot right there is from the crash. It was a grandfather and a grandson in a home built, and they clipped their landing gear on the levee before they came in and hit the runway and skittered off to the side there and caught on fire. But I guess they got him out all right. But anyway, like I said, on the both ends of the runway here, since there's a river running around the airport there is about a 20-foot levee that rises up above the level of the runway. So it's a little tricky taking off on a short runway, let alone having to clear a levee on both ends. So once you've learned how to take off and land on this particular runway here, you've accomplished something. But anyway, I want to get to this object or objects here at the top of the photograph here. Now, I got to looking at this a little bit closer, and I was trying to figure out why would those, if they were UFOs, would they be at such a strange angle like that as they're flying along? I mean, they're both identical angles, and it didn't make sense to me. So I had to give it a little bit of thought, and I was using 35 millimeter film at the time, and that's coiled up on a reel, very tight on one end, and then you coil it on the other one as you take the photographs. So I think what happened was whatever this object was that I didn't see at the time. I mean, I never saw this when I was taking pictures that day. And so what I think happened was whatever this was that was in the area gave an energy burst of some kind, and it penetrated the camera and the film on the reel. And so it gave a duplicate image of that energy burst throughout the entire roll of film, because it's on every picture. I mean, I had to look at them really close, but it's on every picture on the roll. And when I got to looking at it even closer, I realized that's not a water spot. That's too dense to be that, and let alone be perfectly symmetrical. To have two drops of water identical or pieces of dirt just didn't add up. And like I said, this is really dense as far as the lighting goes. And if you look close, you can see there's a pattern underneath here, kind of like the Adamski photographs, where there's the Hanabu or whatever it is. It's got those little bulges on the bottom of it. There seems to be some dark areas underneath here. So yeah, I don't know. It kind of looks like the gimbal video also, as far as the shape of it goes. But anyway, with that out of the way, let's have a little bit of fun, and then we'll get to some actual videos and photographs of something I took here recently.
Well, this is the pre-flight briefing for Project Skylight. Skylight will report its altitude every 10,000 feet. Now, here are his estimated positions during ascent. Now, wind conditions indicate the landing will be made in this target area. Radar contact will be maintained at all times. Radio frequencies have been coordinated. Any questions? All right, stand by until balloon is launched and move to your appointed positions. Synchronize watches. Coming up on 20 minutes past the hour in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hatch. It's all yours, Skylight.
heck, if I'd have known I was going to be famous, I wouldn't have changed the name of the channel. Anyway, I was kind of thinking about changing it back, but yeah, let me know what you think about that. I'll leave a link to this video down at the bottom. There's 2 videos with this, and the second one is 4D Man. They're both pretty neat, really. I mean, for back in the 50s. But anyway, we'll have a quick intermission here, and we'll get on with the show.
We are about to witness the takeoff of the first manned rocket to outer space. We pick up the count. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
We're off to visit the planet. There are treats galore in the sky. Venus is loaded with candy, and ice cream is found upon Mars. The soda punch isn't on Saturn. When you're thirsty, it's sure to spot. And Jupiter's really jumping with popcorn that's buttered and hot. But the best of them all is the planet, where all of these treats are at hand. And that is the spot we now head for, our theater refreshment stand.
Okay, now, on a more serious note, this is not an airplane. This is. And this is not. And this is what I got a video of. Let me show you another screen grab of it. And then I'll show you what this looks like on infrared before I show you the color video of this thing. That's the color video. I don't know if this is a triangular shaped craft or if it's just 3 orbs flying along in formation. Either way, it's definitely not an airplane. I mean, you can see different, there's, 3 different shades of red right there. So, although it was traveling from the right to the left, it adds up that, you would have a red light on the left wingtip, but that's not what that looks like to me. It's something else entirely different. And this was also flying around out there that night. And again, I'm rather sure it was not an airplane. This is a photograph of it. It's about 300 millimeters at 1 second. We'll zoom in on this here a little bit. Now the thing about this right here is it looks like it's got a shadow on it right here. So this is a physical object of some kind inside this layered coating around it. There was a bunch of them out there that night, and yeah, I just don't know what it is. I mean, it's not I don't know, it's not an airplane. I don't know what they are, but there was a bunch of them out there that night. So anyway, let me know what you think, and appreciate you having a look. Take care out there, and we'll talk to you later on, I hope.